This is a resume of a front-end developer. So their ratio is actually good. The issue is it's only 15-1, which, if that holds, amazing. If it doesn't, then it's not. I mean, the problem with 15 is it's not a big enough sample size. I really ideally want, like, in 200 resumes how many interviews, which is probably something I should change it to, because I feel like that would be better. Because, like, yeah, you could do an actual 15-1 ratio. It could be the next 150 jobs you don't get one, because statistics are weird. So what we're going to be looking for is JavaScript, React, Angular, HTML, CSS, PHP, SQL, Scrum, Agile, and RESTful APIs, SEO, WordPress, Git, Docker, Jira. Bonuses are going to be extra language and cloud. Honestly, I think anything including JS would be fine as well. If you can move a little full stack, that's kind of what's hot right now. So like TypeScript and stuff too, but it's not necessarily needed. So they are an experienced front-end developer and business owner with strong background in web development, project management, design, provability, lead end-to-end development, optimize SEO, create experience for websites, adaptive collaboration. I'm not a fan of any of this, but I just think it's a lot of wasted space. Who knows? This might be a format that is kicking my format's butt, which is why I really want to know overall, like in 200 resumes, how many, because yeah. But freelance is fine. 2.5 year span is interesting. Manage all aspects of my business: financial planning, budgeting, acquiring clients, from business, lead end-to-end project management from client brief to final delivery. I mean, I'll be honest, this seems like solid bullet points for more of a management role. But the rest of it I just don't see. This is solid. Assisted clients in building their brand by designing websites aligned with their target marketed business, and implemented best practice web development, ensuring sites were optimized for performance, scalability. These are also good. I'm just going to need more of this, but I guess this is really going to depend on what kind of positions you're applying to. Like, if you're applying for lead front-end devs, that'd be fine. I can see some of this moving forward, because a lot of it, what you're describing, is actually successful, like management and leadership. But a little less on the coding side. So if you're trying to get like a lead from the front coding position, maybe it's going to be different. Collaborated with the design team. Let me make sure this actually is, yeah, this is front end. Okay. Collaborative design, engaging cross-team collaborations, research, implementing correct coding practically and average. So this is solid. Yeah, I'm just missing a lot of the keywords for this. I mean, you really just need to like plug and chug some of them. I'm not sure I fully agree with the 1.5 year span, but it's not terrible. I feel like some people might not like it, but if your history is sporadic, I think it can help. And again, freelance is different than a little bit manage of the business, because it's freelance. So I'm a little confused on this one, truthfully. Like, if this was for a pure front-end dev, I might be able to convince the manager for it, but I don't know if I really could, because there's not a lot of the keywords in it. This was for more of a lead position, where they don't need somebody who's, say, an expert in the actual front-end dev. They want someone who can lead them. I would say yes, because these are some very good like management and leadership ones. Because cultivated long-term relationships with clients resulting in repeat business and referrals is phenomenal. Tailored solutions for client leads. Leveraging. Boo. Stop using leveraging. I just don't like it. I don't knock off points for it. I just don't like it. I mean, technically there's no points. It's really like a pass-fail. But design and development expertise. I mean, these are phenomenal. Not front-end. I mean, it depends. So if you're going... Here's where I'm going to go with this. I've rambled on enough. If you are going for a pure non-leadership position, I do not think this would pass. If you were going for a leadership position, like a lead front-end dev or a management of front-end dev, or alternatively like coaching type of developers, then I could see you moving forward with this. That for sure. Because this one, I don't think this part doesn't really help, and I'd really prefer to see the skills in here, but it's going to depend on what you're going for. So pure front-end dev, probably not. You have some good bullets, and I'd probably fight for this, but I don't know if I succeed. But if you're going for more of a management lead, I think a manager would be very happy with a lot of this stuff. So that is my review for it. Let's move on to the next one. Scene transition. I don't know how to scene transition. So this is a software engineer resume, and we're going to play What's That Software Resume? The purpose of this game is because I don't know what you're going to be looking for. And full stack, front end, and back end, depending on the languages as well, are going to have different skills and qualifications. So hopefully what I'm going to be able to find is that information. And I think if it showcases what you are, that's good. You have applied to 500 positions and gotten 3 interviews. It's not good. That's a ratio of math that I don't want to do right now, and I'm probably going to mess up because I can't do mental math anymore. So yeah, that's not good. We want to aim about 75 to 1 in a bad market, which IT is. So I see that you graduated and your last position is an internship. That's going to be, we're probably realistically maybe going to be like still 75 to 100 to 1 interview. Hopefully we can get it less. I'm just saying. So let's see if we can find out what type of software engineer you are. First off, this is all fine. I don't know if you need the actual barcode thing. I forgot the name of that one. QR code up in the corner. It's not going to take points away from you. I don't know if it's needed, but that's fine. So I just really haven't seen that often. You have your number, you have your email, that's fine. You have your GitHub and your LinkedIn and another website. I think that's fine. Nothing crazy there. Graduated with a bachelor's of ES, that's fine. So far formatting is good. So event games are led development of a customizable 3D endless runner, boosting market appeal and attracting potential buyers. No, what? Okay. That's not related to what I would be looking for in a software developer. Analyze 3D game performance, optimizing for a 60% in load time improvement. Again, not what I'd be looking for. Collaborated with teams to integrate client logos and ads in the game development, increasing brand visibility. Again, not what I'm looking for. Like, debugged and refined game mechanics. I don't know what you are. I want to know your tech stack. I don't know if this is front end or back end. Develop Selenium WebDriver scripts in Java. Okay, so we have at least a backend language. Code base rules maintained to streamline test suites. I don't see. Okay, here we go. Develop key components of a vocabulary game using React Native, Node.js, and Redux. At least there's something here I can find. Okay, develop tutoring strategy for method Java students and history formatting. Okay, your formatting is fine. There's no formatting error that I can find on this. The problem is I can't find anything else. Your bullet points are bad. You need more bullet points. I need to see specifically the keyword and qualification, which, again, I don't even know if you're full stack back end or front end. You gotta pick one. I understand they teach you everything like that in college, but managers really like to be specific, which I hope I am getting across. A specification, the more specific you can get, the better. So I want to see the tech stack, how you used it, and the result. And like, this is a fine result, right? Debugged and refined game mechanics, ensuring smooth gameplay and fewer user reported issues. That's fine as a result. That gives me the why, but that gives me the how you did it. It doesn't give me the. Sorry, let me. This whole thing is confusing me. It's been a day, and I'm tired, and I still want to judge these while I'm tired, because if you are actually getting your resume reviewed by somebody who's exhausted, and a clear sign of a good resume is if someone who is half asleep and distracted can determine your skills and qualifications. And right now, I am excruciatingly tired, and I need you to make it punch me in the face with how obvious of your tech stack it is. Because I don't think any of these are actually going to be what I need, except maybe this. And remember, they're probably not going to go all the way down. They ideally want to just look at the first half of your resume. I spend more time on this than most other recruiters will. So I want the skills and qualifications, how you use them, and the result. Right now, I see a lot of results. I don't see a lot of how, and I don't see the actual skills or qualifications, because it does not count if it's here. This doesn't count at all. It does not count if it's at the bottom. It does not count at the top. They have to be in bullet points. And even some of the other comments who have done hiring for this said, skill sections are easy to fake. Bullet points are harder. And that gives the manager something to understand. So I cannot move forward with this. And the only sentence that even is okay, I think, is this one. But then this is where you could say enhancing students' core understanding. What is the result? Like, how did you do that? Like, did their grades go from a 3.5 to a 3.7? I don't know what enhancing students' core understanding is. You could say taught. It's just not going to work out. And I know that it's not working out because you have 500 applications to 3 interviews, which is not good. So please do those fixes, resubmit them. I will be glad to help. I just want to make sure you can actually get a job because the market is brutal for IT right now, especially for new people. Freshers are good. It is a nightmare. In a good market, it was tough for freshers, and this is not a good market. So let's move on to the last resume. Or not last resume, second to last resume. My brain. Tired, y'all. This resume is about a software engineer intern. So as per usual for bachelor's interns and sometimes masters, they are looking for a knowledge of the basic tech stack. They are looking for the ability to work well with others and that takes direction and criticism. Sometimes that can be another company. Sometimes that can be another internship. The thing is, they want to make sure you're going to be able to get told to do stuff and you're not going to go like, because, yeah. So we've got clinical research, manage 3 clinical trials, ensuring timelines, regulatory requirements, deadlines are met. Conducting data collection analysis for studies using tools such as Redcap, research regular stories, including much of this teams for police document execution. So this is kind of the only sentence I think is really useful here. And then patient care, congestion, area issues, problem solving, data entries per hour in Epic, provided precise and accurate patient care. I don't know if you need this. This is from this is from April to August. That's not that bad. Truthfully, I think you should have your projects and then switch the experience around. And normally, experience trumps projects, but you're an intern and they still want to see your tech stuff. So you don't. Yeah. In addition, you're getting a bachelor's already in this. I don't think you need the associates. The associates isn't doing a lot for you. I mean, you're already assumed to be enrolled. So it'd be weird if you weren't, so you still need the bachelor's. But I think you can safely delete the community college, and then maybe delete these or at least move them to the bottom. And then we want to change these because even though you didn't do a lot of tech stack, this is where we can show that you've worked with others. And, you know, like this is solid, like worked with multidisciplinary teams by, I need to know more. Patient care assistant, I guess. I mean, I kind of like this. I just don't think this should be up here. I think you should probably move it down. Also, you have applied to about, I think it was like 200 jobs, 250 applications and no callbacks. So yeah, I don't know if this is really helping. And this is probably wise because this is not super helpful. So let's go to this. Python, Raspberry Pi, Torch, okay. Developed on a drone using Raspberry Pi, Link, okay. Objects using PyTorch, ROS. So, the reason I said basic tech stack is a lot of these are not even going to be asked for in full-term positions. I don't know if I've ever seen these. I may have seen Raspberry Pi. Some positions do PyTorch. But really, this and this are going to be the stars. So developed on his drone, built object detection by training PyTorch models and data sets. This is fine. I still need more. Like, I want to know the very, very basics, right? Especially like SQL and stuff, which I guess you did here. So developed, and also this is not needed, right? Like, it's already here. The first thing they're going to read is this. You're just giving them more cases to get confused. So this section is not needed. You should have it here. Which you do. You just don't need to double up on it. So developed an e-commerce application using Django, Bootstrap, and JavaScript to streamline order processing, location tracking, customer management. Perfect. This is the best sentence I've seen in this entire resume. Why is it at the bottom of the first half, right? I shouldn't have to scroll all the way down here to get this. This is the best one. Integrated Stripe payments to enable secure and accurate transition across software. Okay. I don't know if that's needed. Created an interactive blog using Flash, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Perfect. I don't know. Well, you don't need to say enhancing user engagement. You need to say to enhance user engagement with blah blah. Design to implement post-SQL to show contribute reports communication. This one's okay. AI, yeah. So that's kind of my problem is like these. Well, this and this are kind of your only good real sentence. I think you should still keep this because it shows that you are working with the same company. Maybe just keep this one because you've been there for like a year and a half, which is solid. So I would move this. So probably delete patient care assistant unless for the patient care assistant, you can specifically do bullet points about how you've worked well with others, right? How you've taken care of people that were sick. So, excuse me. In summation, what I'd like you to do is fix the bullet points with more keywords. Basic tech stack, Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Python, Django, that kind of thing. PyTorch you can keep in. I don't need Navajo 2 and Mavlink, maybe Raspberry, but I don't know. I haven't really seen it. So SQL, AWS, OpenAI, these are solid. And I don't need this little section because it's right here in the bullet points. And then I need you to move this to below the projects, and I need it to showcase that you've worked well with others. And I think we can get that application because 250 and not a callback is bad. That's bad. So I want to make sure you can get a position because, I mean, if you watch the channel, you can see your competition. It's fierce. Internships are fierce. So let me move on to the last resumes, plural. There's an interesting thing we're doing next. I'm going to see if it works. For our final review of this video, we've got something a little bit interesting. So we've got a director/VP of FP&A, which is financial planning and analysis. They have sent me 2 resumes, and I'm going to compare both of them to see which is better. I will be honest, I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that in the future, so if people keep sending me... I'm okay re-reviewing a resume. I don't think I'm going to... In the future, I'm just going to take one and not compare the 2. So, but we've got 2 resumes, so here's resume 1, here's resume 2, see which is best for this. But again, this is a one-time thing, so what we're going to be looking for is less on the keywords and more of the qualifications. So a couple of the actual keywords are FP&A, obviously Excel, PowerPoint. Yes, I saw those on a job that was like $300K a year, and if it's on the job description, it's important. And then financial systems such as Oracle, SAP, Power BI, and specifically the types of teams such as general ledger, fixed assets, accounts payable, which are probably a bunch more that I'm just not going to know off the top of my head. And more importantly, what we're going to be looking for, though, is the qualification. So when they're looking for more management positions, I guess the meta is you want to showcase that you are creative and you've led and you've solved problems, right? They have a problem. How did you solve it? In this case, how did you build and succeed in a team or a project? So I guess, I'm not an FPA person, I guess, could nobody understand any of the things they did? So you built an entire team to show this shareholders. Also, shareholders are going to be important. So we're going to view it in this lens. Also, you've applied to about 200 positions and haven't gotten a single interview, which is not good. So let's see what we can do in this resume. And hopefully this is not too much out of my depth, which I will always admit before I go into a resume. So, comparing the two, I do not like summaries, but leadership positions is kind of an area where you might want one. Same thing with skill sections. I don't like them, but for this level of a director/VP, they don't need to know that you hands-on dug in with Excel. They just want to know that you kind of know what it is. So, senior financial professional with 19 years of progressive experience in financial analysis, accounting, strategic planning, healthcare, expertise in budgeting, forecasting, profit, so skilled at driving financial performance, having ABIs. So, I don't like this though as a summary sentence. And for leadership role, if you have a summary sentence and you've got like plus 15 years, I want to know your success. You need to lead with that. This just tells me a bit of what you did. And this is also the case of leadership, like high-level management resumes are going to be functionally different from individual contributor resumes, or IC. So, I'm not sure. I do see a couple of the keywords here So, but I don't see why it was to grab you. So, senior vice president, 19 experience, accounting, growing, services, healthcare, businesses, APIs. Okay, I don't like this formatting either. Yeah, GAAP. Okay, so report to CFO and manage all financial reporting, forecasting, budgeting, analysis, business use, and right location, 200 million sales, net income. See, this is sort of what here's why I don't like this. Is I think this is a solid sentence. Why do I have to go all the way down here to get to it? Because this is good. Reported to the CFO and managed, everything should be in past tense. All financial reporting, forecasting, budgeting, and analysis for all organizational business uses and branch locations with 200 plus million and $700 net incomes. I would like to know. No, I think that's good. I was gonna say I want to know how many, but I think the volume of that is, okay. I'm kind of in between on that, but this should also be a bullet point. Don't have it up in the format. I do not like this format already. So, director financials, board of packets. I mean, yeah. So, I'm gonna go with this resume. I like resume number 1 better than this. This is much more difficult to read. So, we're not even gonna go through it. We're gonna go with this one. Reported to the CFO, managing all financial reporting, budgeting, and analysis for West Coast business units, led 100 million sales and 10 million for net income. Perfect. I like that. Again, why do I have to go through all the way here to get to the power of this, which is right here? Also, this should still be in a bullet point. You don't need to have it off in the corner like this. Directed financial reporting, month-end close, and budgeting processes. Yeah, to prepare leaders package and reports for the board of directors. I like this one. Develop multi-year forecast. Oversaw financial mental staff. So what I'm missing here is less so the keywords. I know I harp about keywords, everything, but again, the difference between a leadership role and a IC role is I want to know what they were doing, right? Did you increase their revenue and sales? Because 200 plus is sales is great, but like, do you say previous years they made $20 in sales, and after I built up a team of managing engineers, we turned it to 200 million, right? Like, that's kind of my issue with this as a whole is you didn't go far enough in the brags, and I want to know that it was your decision, your leadership, your skills that led to the company's success. And that is not something that you really necessarily need in an IC position, but in a management position you do. Because they have a problem, and they're hiring you to solve that problem, just like in IC. But in this case, the problem is they don't know how to solve the problem, and they need you to solve it, right? Like, if you're hiring an engineer, yeah, I'm hiring an engineer to solve X problem. That's fine. If you're hiring a, director VP, they're like, we're not making money. How do we make more money? That's my problem. You need to fix that for me. And I'm not seeing that from the resume. I think you do have some of the keywords is solid, but yeah, I want to know a little bit more. I want to dig a little bit deeper, and these are sort of anemic bullet points, truthfully. I need more. So, yeah, that's all I can really do. Also, I know, yes, I usually harp about this. This case, I think you do need the months for this. If you were at this job for like 10 years, you don't need the months, but the difference of this is you could have been hired in December 2021 and left in January 2024. And you should always assume they will assume the worst. So that could be essentially 3 years or really 2 years. So yeah, I'm missing team size. I'm missing what the problem was and how you solved it, and why you were like the cool person. Why is it you that did it? That's what I need. So I don't think I could move forward with it. I could maybe almost, but they'd want to see more, and that's kind of the issue. It's just not enough. So there's also another format I could try showing you again. It's tough to teach. So, but yeah, I don't think I could move forward with this. Admittedly, I've only really done 1 or 2 like VP positions, and those were associate VP. So, but I really do want to see for leadership positions why you solve their problems with your leadership. So that is it for this video. Thank you all very much for coming by. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, let me know below. Or insults, I'm fine. I have a very thick skin. I'm a recruiter. It's part of the job. So I will see you all on the next video. Bye.